There must be an overt act personally attributable to the president or the impeachable official. So how can we say that the impeachable official should be liable because of the supposed action of the PNP in this case?
I think yung dapat po na wala siyang ginawa.
So, Madam Chair, is omission equivalent to an impeachable offense?
For us po, yes.
Isa-isang tinalakay sa House Justice Committee ang 5 alegasyon na nakapaloob sa unang reklamong impeachment na inihain ng abogadong si Andre De Jesus at inendorso ni Pusong Pinoy Party List Representative Jet Nisay laban kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Kabilang narito ang umano'y paglabag sa saligang batas at pagtataksil sa tiwala ng publiko ng presidente dahil sa umano'y pagpapahintulot nito sa kidnapping at pagsuko sa dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa International Criminal Court o ICC. Pero giit ng House Justice Panel members, ipinatupad ang pag-aresto sa bisa ng arrest warrant.
Let me manifest that on ground 1, there's no impeachable offense. We all know that there's no kidnapping. Second, the arrest was by virtue of an arrest warrant issued by the International Criminal Court because of an offense which had been allegedly committed when the Philippines was still a member of the ICC. And it was coursed through the Interpol.
Sunod sa deliberasyon ng House Panel ang alegasyong drug addict si Pbbm na itinuturing na walang batayan ng mga kongresista at hindi rin ground for impeachment, lalo na't nakabatay lang anila ito sa alegasyon kabilang na ng presidential sister na si Senator Amy Marcos.
Example of not a recital of facts, but a conclusion of fact not based on any evidence. There is no evidence that the president is using drugs. Only statements of some persons. And then, this particular allegation, being a mere conclusion, does not connect to any of the 6 grounds of impeachable offenses. And so therefore, clearly, this particular second act complained of has certainly it's not sufficient in substance.
Sa umano'y pagtataksil sa tiwala ng publiko dahil sa kabiguan ni Pbbm na i-veto ang unprogrammed appropriations, iginiit ng ilang kongresista na diskresyon na ng presidente ito.
The exercise or the non-exercise of that power by the president when it comes to the national budget is a non-impeachable offense.
Giit naman ni House Deputy Minority Leader at ACT Teachers Party List Representative Antonio Tino, bagaman may tuturing na impeachable offense ang hindi pag-veto sa iligal na probisyon ng pambansang budget. Hindi naman detalyado ang mga inilagay na impormasyon sa partikular na alegasyon.
Tama lang po. Pwede pong maging ground for impeachment yung hindi pag-veto. Lalo pa kung talagang lantad na illegal ang provision na yon. No? For example, unprogrammed appropriations may be sourced from PhilHealth funds. Okay? That is blatantly unconstitutional because there is a sin tax law. Okay. However, what I do notice in the complaint is that there was an allegation that the president failed to veto unconstitutional provisions in multiple national budgets. However, the complaint does not specify which particular provisions are unconstitutional and required veto. So there is merely a general allegation. So the recital of facts appears to be lacking.
Hearsay naman kung ituring ang pang-apat na alegasyon na sangkot sa graft and corruption si Pbbm sa pamamagitan ng umano'y kickback sa budget insertions at ghost flood control projects.
Nakalagay po sa ating rules, if it finds that sufficient grounds for impeachment do not exist, the committee shall dismiss the complaint and submit the report required hereunder. Ito po, it does not actually exist because everything that is said here is hearsay.
Gayun din, hindi rin may tuturing na sufficient in substance ang panglimang alegasyon laban sa presidente na nilikha umano ang Independent Commission for Infrastructure para protektahan ang mga korap nitong kaalyado.
The body of the complaint does not contain any express provision in the ICI's charter that limits investigations only to political opponents, nor does it contain any instances of limiting of any instances or policy or rule exempting allies. In fact, I remember that even the president's son was summoned to the ICI. Nor does the complaint state any rule by the ICI which bars or obstructs any investigation against allies.
Natapos ang deliberasyon ng House Justice Panel sa mga alegasyong nakapaloob sa unang reklamong impeachment. Gayunman, ipinagpabukas ng House Justice Committee ang botohan sa sufficiency in substance sa unang reklamong impeachment laban kay Pbbm. Kasabay nito ang pagtalakay sa mga alegasyon sa ikalawang reklamong inendorso ng makabayan bloc lawmakers. Target ding tukuyin ng House Panel kung pasok ba sa impeachable offenses na nakasaad sa saligang batas ang mga alegasyon sa ikalawang impeachment complaint.
So, on that point, if the endorsers and the complainants as well as the members are all amenable, we will be listening to the manifestation of position on sufficiency and substance of Masa et al. Complaint tomorrow, that is Wednesday, and we will be voting on the sufficiency in substance of both the De Jesus complaint and the Masa et al. Complaint tomorrow as well.
Kung parehong insufficient in substance ang dalawang reklamong impeachment, madidismiss na ang impeachment proceedings. Gagawa ng committee report ang House Justice Panel kaugnay dito at kailangang aprubahan sa plenaryo ng Kamara. Pero kung sufficient in substance ang isa sa dalawang reklamo, uusad ang impeachment complaint laban kay Pbbm. Rosa Licoz, UNTV News and Rescue. Diyos ang aming sandigan, serbisyo publiko ang aming pinahahalagahan.